This postulate is a response to a linguistic debate about the relationship that exists between language and culture, but also between the relationship between language and thought, which is the one that we are mainly going to focus on now. This theory has two different versions. The first one is the strong version, that is also known as linguistic determinism, and the second one is the weak version, that is also called linguistic relativism. Linguistic determinism states that language determines the way that we think, and on the other hand, linguistic relativism states that language affects the way that we see the world. An example of this is the difference between the term that a native Mexican language Tarahumare has for what we know in English as green and blue. According to linguistic determinism, if you speak Tarahumare, you wouldn't be able to understand the two words in English, while linguistic relativism states that when you learn a new language, you expand your vision of the world. So this is what happens when you learn a new language, and this is the accepted version of it. Going back to the movie Arrival, in it we can see that the more that Louise understands this new language, the more that it changes her perception of time. I mean, this is portrayed as seeing the future, so there's a lot to process while you're watching a movie. But it also has to do a lot with the culture of the heptapods because they didn't have a linear perception of time. Or at least that is what we know about in relation to their language. And Louis worldwide was expanded and also affected by this new language. Does this ring any bells? This is linguistic relativism. But we don't have to forget that this is only a movie, so it has a lot of drama and a lot of fiction, which is why we have to be very careful about what we actually learn about the movie because, yes, her perception of time was affected and she learned a lot, but this can mislead viewers into an exaggeration because it doesn't portray exactly what the hypothesis is about.